We are. We're gone. We have it to go. Is
Hot to
gone
go.
like the past of go? Past tense of go? If somebody says go and you say I'm gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the end point of go, yeah. Going.
Going. See, that's
Going, gone. Yeah.
I've gone from there.
So it's like a directive, then an action, then a
Yeah.
consequence, right?
That seems like a stupid question to ask, but it's 6:13 in the morning here.
Got to ask the hard questions, don't we?
Yeah.
Biologically, it's 6:30 in the morning for me, so it's we're on the same length, I think.
What time do you go to sleep?
I mean, normally it's like 11, but I've been not feeling very well lately, so my sleep is kind of fucked up. I'm a bit delirious at this point, to be honest. That's why my morning's out of whack, because I've just been trying to do everything in a small space of time compared to the usual space of time that I have.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not good at that.
It's my fault.
No, it's my fault. It's actually my fault.
What is this? What is this sweater you're wearing? Is that bear skin?
Unfortunately, no. We don't have many bears over here. This is more of a, they call it a Borg, right? A Borg fleece. You can get like Borg lined, like the bobbly kind of fleece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what Borg is. I think that's what this is.
That's what that is. Interesting.
Also, is that Star Trek.
Is that new? Is that a new thing?
No, I've had this for a long time.
I've just been under a rock.
I'm just busting it out because it's colder weather over here. Not as cold as I'd like it to be. I mean, we're in this like state now where we've not had sunshine for like 60 days. It really sucks. Honestly, it's like it's depressing.
Yeah. Good morning, Julie.
Morning.
Yeah, we're doing a little morning stream, or afternoon, depending on where you are, or evening, I suppose.
Yeah. Or next day.
It is cold. How cold is it there, Lou?
Compared to what you've probably got to deal with, it's probably tropical weather, to be honest. I think it's let's have a look. It's apparently 8 degrees outside.
Oh my God. You're living a dream.
Which is, it sounds good, but because our winters are meant to be colder, we are now getting because of the unseasonable weather, we're just getting rain constantly. It's just rain. All it is rain every single day. And you can't do anything, can't plan anything, can't go anywhere. It just sucks.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
We're at -12 today.
It's cold. A Jill Sandwich says it's cold.
It's cold. Jill Sandwich.
It's a good reference, by the way.
Yeah.
I love that.
Good name. Like -12, -12, -12 is like warm here.
Wait, is it? Are we talking Celsius for you?
Celsius, yeah.
Right. That is cold here.
I mean, relative to what it that's a nice day. I just was just outside in a t-shirt. I just went to my car. And it was.
That's very Canadian of you. Yeah.
Well, it's a great way to wake up. It's better than coffee, though I do have coffee. But I wouldn't say
your version of a cold shower. Is it just walking outside?
Yeah, it is. T-shirt. Sometimes I'll go to I'm in an apartment building, so I have a big balcony door overlooking a parking lot. And sometimes if it's early enough, I'll walk naked to the door and just open it to allow the breeze to come wash over me. And
early enough being no sunlight or what?
No witnesses.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, because that's illegal.
Just a quick drive-by. Indecent
exposure.
I mean,
what are you pulling one out for the homies here? What's going on?
This is my water bottle. I just
okay. You hold it
I bought it and I thought it was going to be smaller than this. The picture didn't do it much justice, and now I'm fucking drinking out of this thing like I'm a Roman emperor or something.
You should put a Colt 45 sticker on there.
And then crit walk as I drink it. Yeah. my gold
Ugh.
bandana on.
If you started crip walking, you look like one of the mobs from like one of those backroom games. Like Slender Man out here.
Crippler man. Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Wales is currently 8 here too. So you guys are living in nice temperature, I would say.
I mean, that's
I mean,
the
it's
thing,
all
right?
relative. It's all relative.
I would take colder, but with sun than this, because the thing about this is it's just like you can't do anything. At least if it's cold and crisp, you got the sun beaming down. It's like that nice sort of, the air feels so fresh. But now it's just like you're living in a fucking like sauna that's not actually hot, like constantly. That's all it
Yeah.
is. It just sucks.
Our autumn here is like that. And I'm the most creative in that time of year. Because I get real emo. I go walk in the rain. I get sick a lot though. That's a problem. Yeah.
I mean, I love. I was going to say famously, but no one actually knows or cares. October is my favorite. October is my favorite month of the year. So I definitely get it. You know, I definitely get it.
I care.
You know, that's good. Yeah. I mean, I've told people it's my favorite. So.
October is a good month, though. Is it the Halloween that you like the?
I think October just sort of marks a turn of the year, doesn't it? It's like fully out of summer, and we're starting to get into the realness of like what's coming, but it's not quite there yet. So we're getting the best of both almost.
Yeah, it's like that's sad season for me. September through October. Then it becomes a season of a great dying. And then it's just everything is desolate. And
then it stays that way because
it stays that way.
2026.
Yes, 2026. Spooky season is king.
True.
Yeah. Halloween is a good time. I don't even do anything for Halloween, but I just like seeing people feel comfortable hanging severed limbs from their trees.
Hell yeah.
And giant spiders and things.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun in a way that Christmas generally isn't fun anymore, you know? It's like Christmas is there and people have to participate in it because it's almost like a social contract now that you have to give people things and do stuff for people. But
not if you're
Halloween,
not if you're a fuck up.
Okay.
Then they don't expect anything. Right?
I need to engineer my life a bit better. But Halloween is very much people are enthusiastic about taking part in it. They really want to be part of the season. There's no prerequisite.
I don't know. There's some people. If you ever, I have a child, so when I go trick or treating with them, you'll see some people they don't want any trick or treaters, and I understand. I completely understand. But how they respond if you even approach their house
with a shotgun, points it directly at the kid.
They don't want to participate, but they don't even want anybody to think they are participating. So they'll be standing at their window in their door.
Oh.
They are participating. They're just telling people to screw off. Basically.
My participation is to tell you to fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's strange because normally over here, if people don't want to participate, they'll just turn off their lights and not put any decorations up or anything.
That's what they do here also. But like one guy didn't turn off his light, but he was standing on his porch and my son started to walk up there and he just started going like, not this one, not.
Fucking Jurassic Park. That's one way of doing it, I guess. At least then people definitively know to never come back, you know?
Yeah. But then there's other people who trick-or-treating generally like a kid thing for kids. But I was going with them and this guy came out and he's like, here, one for the dads. And he stuck a whole bunch of beer in my coat pocket.
And some porno mags.
The nudie mags.
Some OnlyFans subscription cards. Some for the dads.
Is that a thing?
I don't
You
know.
can just pick up a gift card for
I mean, you would think
exploitation.
that you could potentially, but I don't actually know.
I guess you can print your own.
Your own subscription card.
How's that going for you, by the way, your OnlyFans?
Terribly.
Yeah.
No one knows, no one cares. It's another one of those situations, you know what I mean? Don't promote it.
Yeah. I guess it's like a really niche, like knees, the knee fetish. Yeah.
I mean, if you want knees, I've got 2 of them. So.
UK Bill's handing out knee jobs these days.
It's the boniest sexual exchange I'll ever have. Yeah.
Is that something that you do or it happens to you?
I think if you're handing them out, you're doing it to people, right? If you're accepting a knee job, I guess you're the one receiving it, right?
I don't know. This is it's new territory. We can invent the rules here.
Yeah, I think those rules probably work. Yeah.
A Benjamin leaves a Benjamin on the. What is that? Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin.
The greatest natural athlete in all of
It's got
Halloween.
Educated feet. One of those.
So what's been going on with you?
What's going on? Been going on with me? Well, the past 2-3 years, I've been like on the edge of suicide.
I couldn't tell if you were joking or not.
No, absolutely.
That's a real thing.
Yeah. And just recently, I'm just sort of like, oh, I'm not that anymore. Like, I don't know.
Did something change or just woke up one morning?
I was just listening to different kinds of music, and I don't know what, like, just one album hit me, and I was like, okay, this works. And
I'm not depressed anymore.
Yeah, I'm just not depressed. Just came out of it.
Music.
Yeah.
Was there a message in this music that you heard?
No, it was Foxton sent it to me. It was like metalcore music. It's not stuff I normally listen to regularly. I don't turn it off. I hear it, but I don't seek it out. But this time, for whatever reason, it was exactly what I needed at that particular moment. And that was it. And now I'm back to I'm like a new version of my old self. Highly motivated, maybe a little too confident in some ways, kind of a dick. And
it doesn't have to be overly confident versus underly confident, does it?
I don't know. They just have the term, so I thought maybe we'd make use of it. You know.
Fair enough.
Over under.
Well, that's what words are there for. Yeah.
Yeah. So
may as well use them.
Julie's saying frequency that resonates. Yes, that's it's never static. It's always changing. I think every day you need a little bit something different. It's like you find we're all evolving. The world is evolving. So basically, I've just been. It's only been like a week, maybe a week and a half, where I've been feeling better. And so since then, I've just been obsessively working on like art and stuff, doing some content or trying to set things up, music. So I know I'm back to how I am because I feel like I have unlimited energy. You know? Yeah. What about you?
Do you see it as like a pattern? Because me as someone that's known you for a very, very long time, you go through spurts of creativity and then you disappear for like a year and then you come back and you spurt again and you disappear for a year. You've done this for a long, long time. I'm wondering, is this just a thing or do you think that will ever change?
I think that happens because I get burnt out. And there's no balance and I don't allow there to be balance, or I wasn't able to have balance. So in all those other times, I was managing married in things or in deep relationships. So I had a lot more commitments. But now, I'm kicking it solo. I've got my son occasionally, but otherwise I have a lot more bandwidth, and it's even though there's more for me to do to manage like a house type thing, it's still easier for me to balance my output and like where my energy is going. I just have to be more intentional with it so that when it is time to be creative or productive, I'm going to hyper focus on it, and I'm just can't allow any distractions. So it just comes down to what I'm willing to sacrifice, and how much of whatever I'm willing to sacrifice. So I hope, to answer your question, I hope that it's something I'll be able to maintain a little bit better this time.
Mm. I mean, I say it because I miss you when you're gone. To be honest, like I,
I
I, s-
miss you
I,
too,
s-
man.
I see those windows of creativity. I'm like, he's back, and then it just sort of, and then it comes to an end. I'm like, I guess I won't see him free.
No, I just get into like when I go away, I just feel like a burden upon everybody.
Mm,
So it's not like I don't want to communicate to people. It's like I don't know how.
mhm.
So I just kind of stay out of the way.
But
So
is that something you feel like you're working through? Do you know how to confront that feeling now?
mm, not quite, because I see when I'm like that and people want to reach out, I feel really uncomfortable with it. Like
Mm,
depending on who it is. If it's like if you reached out, I wouldn't have a problem. But somebody who's maybe a little bit less familiar to me, I would have some difficulties
mm,
maintaining that. And so many people I have relationships with, just friendships, like they seem to need a lot from me, and that's not a bad thing. But when I'm like trying to not kill myself, I like I have to be very careful with what I'm opening myself up to.
mm.
So I keep a smaller circle of friends who can get at me every time, but they also like understand what's happening when I'm like that.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, that's very relatable. I sort of go through a similar thing quite often, where like sometimes I'll find myself in a hole and I can't process the idea of communicating with people and talking to people and giving them any part of myself because it doesn't feel like there's many parts of myself there. You know what I mean? Like, so it can be tough.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's old Wolf. What about you? How are things going?
I mean, not much differently, to be
You
honest.
made some like really good content since we last communicated.
Like videos
Uh
and stuff.
yeah, Lily Choo Choo one is so good.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of traction. Like it keeps going up and up in views, which
Up
means
and
a
up.
lot to me because if there was any one video that I was hoping would catch on, it would be that one. To be honest,
Yeah, it's a really good piece. What channel is it on?
it's on Laozi, I think.
Like,
I think
let's
it's
see.
youtube.com/whatever they do. Is it an
You have
at
three
that they normally
channels.
do? Is it at that they normally have? At Laozi,
Yeah, at
right?
Laozi. I'm gonna throw this link in here. Actually, I'll put
Yeah.
a
I've got like, I've said this before, like an autistic level of need for organization and stuff. So I'll create channels to just throw things onto that seem relevant to the channel. You know what I mean?
yeah. We got a food channel. What would you call that? Laozi Eats?
Uh, I'd have to come up with something smart and creative, which would probably take me a while. Something that feeds into the name.
Yeah, this Lily Choo Choo video. You got it's 26 minutes. I think I would like people. If you're here and you're interested in independent films, is it independent, that one?
Yeah, independent Japanese, early 2000s. One of the first digital movies, which is an interesting wrinkle.
Let's see here. We'll just catch it first.
Directed by Shunji Iwai and released in October 2001, All About Lily Shoo Shoo follows 14-year-old Yuichi Hasumi, a teenage boy infatuated with avant-garde pop star Lily Shoo Shoo. We follow him and the kids in his orbit through their final year of junior high. And this is the baseline for the movie. What grows out of this setup are tendrils of delicate and brutal character development that see a number of Yuichi's friends transform and divert from one another. And intersected with these lived moments are conversations from an online message board called Lily Philia, a community Yuichi has created for people to discuss the music of Lily Shoo Shoo. This message board is his sanctuary, and as his life gets more turbulent and isolating, it becomes his only outlet for unloading his emotional weight, reflecting his traumas in Lily Shoo Shoo's music.
Yeah, this is what have I got here? It's a really interesting, like, informational piece on what is an interesting movie. Film.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I find it so important because it was a movie that sort of existed before everyone flocked online to join sort of small communities of people to talk about something that was important to them. So this was like 2001.
It looks like the color and everything has that 2001, that handy cam type digital video.
I mean, it is, like I said, it's one of the first digital movies. Like, it's one of the first ones shot on digital feature films. And they use it in such a good way because it sort of matches the progressive nature of the content. So, like, the fact that it's about kids who are like the first of a generation to be a part of the information age, to like have the internet and stuff, and for them to use it to find ways to connect with each other, even if their lives outside of the internet are terrible. Like, it really sort of was visionary.
Yeah.
Considering the time it was made, it basically predicted the future in so many different ways. Like, and I think it's an incredible movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really relatable. I remember you had some web forums. Won't get too crazy into it, but yeah, that was like a safe space. Kind of.
Yeah, I definitely, I mean, I have a very personal connection to the movie. Like, I was constantly going through turbulent things when I was younger, and the only sort of stasis I could find, the sort of stillness, was to create those communities and to have people to relate to that like things similar to me. So yeah. Deeply personal movie to me.
I recommend people check that out. If you like to reflect at all, or just kind of sink into like a mirror, perhaps your own experience. Box top flip. Is that a skateboard trick? Box top reference, or maybe like
box
a haircut?
Flip.
Box top, or is it box top flip?
Boxto, P flip.
Boxto, yeah. What do you do that you feel you don't communicate with people well? For instance, I come across insulting when I'm trying to inform somebody of an inconsistency or a lack of knowledge to help. Well, you come across as insulting. I think that is more a like indication of the person receiving the information rather than what you're necessarily expressing, because intent is important. Is the context. For me, when I get depressed or something, I just have so many thoughts of like, and insecurities as well. and I have trouble formulating sentences. So you'll see, I think I posted a few videos when I was in that state, and it was really difficult for me to sort of first identify what I was thinking and then be able to piece it together in a way that would be coherent. In those states, I would rather communicate. And that's why I wrote so many poetry, like so much poetry up in a very short period of time. That's how I knew how to communicate. It wasn't something I could converse with somebody. It was something that I had to like smash against a wall. And in that format, it was words, but they weren't necessarily coherent.
Yeah, I have the same problem actually. Like inability to sort of foresee the words in my brain and then make them make sense coming out of my mouth. You know what I mean? Like someone will ask me a question and I'll be like thinking about how to structure the sentence to reply, even though it's probably something quite simple that we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, you do pretty good.
I mean, now, yeah. This is me fairly sort of cogent. If I'm struggling, I'll just sort of blank for a few seconds and then barely give an answer to things. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a vibe unto itself, I think.
Don't talk to me as the don't ask me for shit.
You know, my son, he's starting to play video games and stuff, so like Minecraft, and he wants to play Fortnite, but he's still too young to like get all the controls. Do the controls, but he's just not very. You know, I told him like, dude, you suck. Give it to your dad. So
you suck.
so
Quit.
And I'm like, watch your dad. And I just got smoked in like 2 seconds. We used to play. Remember, we used to play PUBG, and I was. Honestly, I was terrible then as well. You know,
I mean, I don't think any of us were particularly good. Otherwise, we would have won a long way.
I mean, you were good. You were like esports. I was esports at one game, a Hunt game.
Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, but otherwise, I would just be on your team and die. Like I was good for that. The guy who would sacrifice himself.
Draw fire guy, as you call it.
The draw fire guy, yeah.
That's valuable. There is a value to that.
There is, yeah. I can't kill you, but I can make you try and kill me.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
the kids call that baiting. So you're baiting with your team.
I am a master baiter.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've got so much experience.
Just not an agree. Box top flip. Destiny, not Fortnite. See, Destiny's a leveling thing, though. Like, I remember when Destiny 2 came out. Is there Destiny 2 or is it just Destiny?
Yeah, Destiny 2, yeah.
I remember when that came out. Like, I don't play enough video games. I just don't have enough time to play them as often as I'd like. But I remember you and McFalls were playing it, and Luke, not Riley.
Yeah, other Luke. Yeah.
Other Luke. We're playing. And McFalls told me to like get it and join. But by the time I got it, it was only like 2 weeks later. You guys were like well beyond my level. And I was just never going to catch up. So I don't do things like that.
Yeah.
Leveling games.
You're probably better off. You're probably doing something way more important, more useful.
Yeah. So not Destiny for me. I like the ones that are just skill based. Like Hunt. Hunt is skill based, but there's also like benefits to leveling a character. But the thing with that game is, after you die, you have to start all over, and there's no continuity.
I mean, Bugstop is talking about Arc Raiders. Have you played Arc Raiders? Because that's similar.
I don't know. I saw a screenshot of that. It just reminded me of some sort of thing I wouldn't play. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is, to be honest.
It's essentially the same concept as Hunt Showdown, where you're going in with a loadout that you can choose to either, because you can go in with free loadouts, but they're normally quite shit. So you're taking in things that you've discovered with the threat of losing them if you die. and extracting whatever you can out of the.
So it's basically Hunt.
Yeah.
I would love it, and I'd probably destroy at that game.
Yeah. You may well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people seem to love it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Jill Sandwich is talking about Final Fantasy VII. Which entry? I've only played the first entry of
Remake, that. Right? Is Remake the second one or the first one?
What you do?
Rebirth is the second one, right?
Yeah, Remake is just the first one. But are you referring to, maybe they're referring to just the whole series? Because it is like a remake of the whole thing is a remake, TBH.
True.
Yeah.
And they've done one disc at a time. The cowards.
Just came to the Xbox first. Yeah, where's the multi-disc case? Give me a jewel case with discs. I don't want to download stuff anymore.
I want the PlayStation to tell me to now take out disc 1 and put in disc 2.
But don't turn it off.
No.
Just open the lid, replace the disc.
That was wild, wasn't it?
I was so sad. It felt so dangerous.
It did, yeah. I hope I don't fuck this up. I haven't saved it. Yeah.
I remember beating Resident Evil. Almost beat it. Was Resident Evil 1 director's cut with no memory card.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first playthrough. And I got to Tyrant, and I realized I made it terrible. Like, I realized I wasted 4 hours.
I mean, at that point, do you not just follow through?
I had nothing but a knife. And so you don't have a choice. You just try and do it, and you die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I did the same thing with Driver, but I hit a point, and then I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have a memory card. So I went door to door, every kid that I knew. I was like, can I borrow a memory card? Has anyone got a memory card? I remember literally like knocking up people and then asking them.
Yeah, you were a hood about that. You deal in memory cards.
That's how you roll back then, you know.
Yeah, you need to get that save. you better get that save full.
I mean, I wasn't knocking on the doors of kids I didn't know. It wasn't like I was just going door to door. These were all kids that I knew. Is there a kid that lives here? Do they have a PlayStation?
Oi. You say oi? Is that a thing?
Oi!
Or is that just Dizzy Rascal?
Yeah, that's the thing. We will say it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oi!
Oi. What is that referring to? Is it like, hey?
Yeah. It's like a more sort of aggressive, hey. Oi! Like you might say it if you saw someone like stealing something. Oi! What are you doing? Like that. Yeah.
Okay. Oi. Oi. I've been saying that. I've been saying when I greet people at my place of employment, they'll walk in and I'll say ahoy. It'll be like a new client. Like ahoy.
Did you do this? Isn't
it? No. No, but it's like, I don't know. They don't know what to do with that. I think like, why not just, you understand it's a greeting. Well, then they get offended a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I can't see how you could get offended by someone saying ahoy.
They're like people they're executives in positions of power and stuff. And so I think they want me to roll something out for them, some kind of rug. If I had to roll anything out, it would be like the same cardboard you'd use to break dance. All right, here you go.
You started just like aggressively street in their face.
What?
Look like the Australian woman from the Olympics.
What do we got here in the chat here? 4 disc, please. Box topple flip. You play Final Fantasy? Is that something you've experienced? I like not losing it when I break the game. Yeah, that is a thing. What is this here? The way gaming has gone, now physical media is gone. Actually, physical media is making a comeback, at least in North America. People are like canceling their subscriptions and getting VHS tapes. Choosing between that memory card that you have with something important. True. You have to delete a save to make space.
And then you had assholes like Psycho Mantis reading your memory cards and making fun of you.
I know, what a scumbag. So Box has no clue of Final Fantasy. How would you like to explain Final Fantasy to them?
That's quite a journey that you would have to be taken on. I mean, Final Fantasy is essentially a role-playing game, a Japanese role-playing game that, I don't know, each Final Fantasy entry is a different story, right? Like
It's like an
7, 6, 5,
anthology.
8, 9, yeah, they're all different anthologies. Yeah. So you're getting a different one with each game that you play. But 7 is inherently sort of about eco warriors, and I guess it's the closest to our timeline that any of the Final Fantasies get, with like them trying to take down a corporation that's killing the planet. So it's probably a good place to start, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, like I remember being just a young lad and playing Final Fantasy VI. I think this was the first one I played on an emulator. And no, it was Final Fantasy 3. It's called Final Fantasy 3, but it's actually Final Fantasy 6, so like convoluted. And I was like really moved by the complexity of the storytelling of a video game. It was like very cinematic. But I didn't know. I didn't expect that, because all the other games I played were like platformers and like Mario, Mario, and Sonic, things like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same for me, but with Final Fantasy 7, because I've never played 6. I've heard so many good things about 6, but I've never played 6.
It's tough to go back to that 2D turn-based stuff, but if you can, it's pretty good. And despite it being 8-bit chip tunes, like the soundtrack is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, no diggity, you know.
Yeah.
But similarly, Final Fantasy 7 was the thing that convinced me that video games could tell a story and be artistic and engross you like that, you know.
Yeah, 7 was a big one, and then Metal Gear Solid. When I played Metal Gear Solid, I was like, this is it. This is a whole new paradigm from what I understood it to be.
It's funny you say that, because I, once again, famously, no one knows, no one cares, I completed Metal Gear Solid in Japanese the first time I ever played it. I printed in my school library the game FAQ that translated every fucking piece of dialogue in the game.
So much dialogue in that.
And I was just like going through like the fucking game FAQ, like, oh, he's saying this, he's saying this, he's saying this. I need to select this, okay? Yeah, complete in Japanese.
That is
my greatest achievement, I think.
That's wild. That is the most hardcore thing you've ever told me. Not the crime you committed. It's that.
I agree. It's definitely. I wish I could put it on fucking like job.
You can.
Do you call them CVs or resumes?
I call them whatever the person receiving it calls them.
Okay. Job sheet. I'll put it on my job sheet. I'll put it on Tinder as well. So
dating profile.
Completed Metal Gear Solid in Japanese, and a wink.
That is, I mean, I think that increases your sexual market value, your efficacy and competence.
Yeah. There's a reason I'm still single. It's because no one can handle me. They realize what I've achieved, and they freak out. I don't know.
The original Snake Eater was great when it came out on PS2. Yeah. It was good. All the Metal Gears, I think, were pretty good. Well, which of them were you most sort of enchanted by the hype? And
2, right?
2? Oh, but that came along with like the PS2, the PlayStation 2, and which was like a huge jump technologically, graphically. So there was a lot of hype, I know, sort of entwined with that.
Because I know 4 was the most surprising one for me. Because it's basically just a fucking really long movie that you're watching. But I really got engrossed in that. And I think if it came out now, I wouldn't get into it at all, because I just wouldn't have the time for it. But
Yeah.
back then, when I was like a student and I had so much time, I was ready to watch like 3-hour cutscenes between 20 minutes of gameplay, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I always until you mentioned it, I had completely forgot about
Mm.
4. It just goes 3 or Snake Eater, 5 or
It's because
V.
it's the one that never gets like updated or moved or anything, right?
I
'Cause it
really
was
liked it though. Like I thought it was I liked the plot that he was older. I liked that he was going to die. Spoiler. I liked the women. You remember the women and what were they? Octopus. It's like an octopus gang or something. They're not a
Yeah.
gang. That's not even close to what they're called.
Octopus gang. Yeah.
The beauties or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're talking about it, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it was
I don't
cool.
know.
Is Boxtop asking if one of us speaks Japanese? Does he speak Japanese?
I do
If
not
it's
speak Japanese.
if it's me, no. I wouldn't know where to start with Japanese, which is why I needed the game fact that was like 80 pages long.
Yeah.
That definitely pissed someone off in that school library.
Wish Kojima got to finish the story to Phantom Pain and it wasn't cut short. Yeah, I think Phantom Pain is very good in terms of like an interactive piece of media. Like as a game, I think the mechanics are incredible. But following up from Metal Gear Solid 4, it does feel very thin on story. Like you were primed for one thing, and then it was very scant on the next. And then I think I got more appreciation for Metal Gear 5 after Death Stranding because I could see that was like the same design language, that minimal interference with cutscenes and things.
Yeah, Death Stranding's a real sort of love it or hate it kind of game, and I love it. I played it. Well, I think it came out just before the pandemic, so it was almost like it started the pandemic. I think it may have caused COVID.
It did, yeah. Kojima.
Yeah.
It was originally called Kojima 19.
COVID with a K. Kojid. Yeah. It is crazy though that game came out and then we had a pandemic that mirrored Death Stranding literally a year later.
I felt so compelled to play it because Hendrix was like just born, and I'm like, oh no, we have a pandemic, and here's this game about this man carrying a baby safely through like this isolated wasteland, basically. And I thought it was a good idea to do that, and it just made me like sink into despair the whole time. And like that baby would cry, not my real one, but the game one, and I would get so distressed.
And it comes out the controller as well, so it's almost disembodied from the game. It's like it's actually in your world crying.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Great game.
Great game, Kojima. So what's the weird cultural things right now? What about culture right now is jumping out to you that is like you step outside your world and then you see like some kind of crackhead on the corner every morning. What is that crackhead?
And then I ask him, what's the culture today? He says, crack, baby. And he does this. Yeah.
Yeah, anything? Is it politics, would you say? Is it music? What do you think has happened? Here's something I would have asked is it feels like mainstream artists, recording artists, musicians have lost a huge amount of influence over the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get that vibe?
To an extent, yeah.
Like you don't hear about Jay-Z really, you know? You don't hear about the ones who had power have sort of disappeared.
I mean, they're probably assuming like a role that's still granting them power, but behind the scenes, right? I'd assume Jay-Z's just got investments in about 1,000 different things and he doesn't really need to do anything. He just can cruise off passive income at this point, kind of.
Yeah.
That's kind of where a lot of these big guys get to. I think the relevance of these people, everyone has their shelf life, don't they? So people come and take their place, but the shelf life of people has gotten so much smaller than it used to be. I mean, people come and go within months, whereas they might stick around for years in the past. They'll come
Yeah.
out for like one song and they'll be gone. It
That
really
is
only
true.
like happens to a select few people, like, you know, the Sabrina Carpenters and Chapel Roans and people like that sort of show up and then just stay there just because they hit such a critical mass that they're undeniable, essentially. But anyone that sort of hits a bit of a ceiling but not quite breaks through it is like gone. We just don't hear from them again.
Yeah. Julie's saying authenticity vacuum. Do you think that is a result of authenticity? Like, do the people who stick, do you find they stick because there is some authentic connection that they have with their audience, or do you think it's just like just what they're putting out?
I think it's hard to say, really, because there's a lot of mechanisms we don't see. I mean, the way that things like Spotify work now, we don't see the way that pushes artists and the way that, you know, handshakes happen behind the scenes to make sure that certain people stay relevant for longer in mixes and playlists and stuff like that. Like, playlists are basically defining who's popular and who isn't.
Yeah.
So if all of the major playlists on Spotify feature, like, I don't know, Dua Lipa for a week, then she suddenly becomes the biggest thing in the world for that week, doesn't she? All over again. So it's really strange. Like, have you heard of Geese? The band Geese?
I have heard of them, but I can't place them into which sound belongs to them.
They're sort of a, I don't know if you call them indie rock. It's sort of like hippie indie rock, but with a sort of Tom York twang to the guy who sings. It's a bit jaunty. But they've sort of come out of nowhere, and
those kinds of artists are interesting. Is the ones who come out of nowhere seemingly.
Yeah.
But surely they must have had like a community support. And it's like, where are these things happening? Like, it gives me a lot of hope that there is some form of underground, that we in 2026 can be surprised by something just because we haven't been in those spaces.
Oh, yeah. We no longer participate in the kind of spaces that elevate people to the points they're at. I mean, there's probably just, it might even just be luck that a confluence of people come together and agree that something is really good. And then all of a sudden, everyone's just like, oh, yeah, that's really good. Like, maybe they go to a site that aggregates scores and they see that Geese is quite highly rated. Maybe they go to a site like Album of the Year or something and they see that it's one of the most highly rated albums or something. A lot of it is about just the curation of things, isn't it?
Yeah, the curation, that is a big thing. Well, one of my friends, she's kind of blown up in a way. She's like an instrumentalist and a producer, and she's worked with some like pretty big names, but she hasn't herself found much success yet. But she composed a song for somebody who was not an artist. They just wanted to make a song. So she composed it, produced it, everything. And it's like blowing up in like Tamil spaces. So she has like a bunch of label offers based off this one song. And the big thing that they say is like, if you want to be successful, you need to you have to be like engaging on social media, basically. Otherwise we won't have anything to do with you, because labels gatekeep.
Yeah.
But they, at this point, don't want to have to do the legwork. They don't want to take that gamble. They want some like a sure bet, and a sure bet comes from people who have already established following, and that's not good because it puts the Like it puts the artist at the will of the machine. We won't
Yeah.
reward you. So not only is the algorithm through these platforms will reward you for doing certain things with certain kinds of content, certain kinds of lyrics, but then the labels as well. So you as an artist, if you want to benefit from the success that they can offer, or at least join the dark side, I guess, like you can't express truthfully. You know, like you stop being an artist and you just become another vector from which they can farm content.
Mm.
It has nothing to do with what you want to say at all. And she, my friend, is really torn by that. Like the saving grace for her is that she doesn't, it's not her name on it. Like she just put the songs together for this other person. She's credited, but she doesn't want to do any of the social media stuff. But yeah, she told me what those meetings are like. They're very gatekeepy. So fuck Spotify.
Yeah, generally speaking, yeah, fuck Spotify. I mean, I've got more to say, but if you want to shout out this person, you can.
Well, I'm not going to shout her up, but I will shout her name, the song out. Nelly Crush. This might get copyright flagged, but let's see. So the artist Thip Sashini, can't pronounce it. That's not my friend's name, but this is all her doing basically.
This is the place?
Yeah, man, why you always gotta question me?
Okay, whatever. We told Amma we'd go. We have to go quickly, in and out.
Just don't take too long, please.
Bro, isn't this not a Tamil party?
Yeah.
Should I not come?
Wait, what? Why?
Alright, you bring Justin, it's a quick in and out. It's a Tamil party.
But what are you gonna be doing?
It's gonna be chilling. Come on.
Okay, if you're doing that, we're taking the keys.
No,
so you
no,
can't
no,
leave.
chill, bro.
Justin, let's go.
Boys tripping.
Oh, you say oi? Maybe say boy.
Boy.
Where's the party at? I'm trying to dance.
This does not look right.
This place looks sick.
Cabby definitely brought us to the wrong address.
Sharni,
Oh my god.
you've arrived.
Where's everyone?
What do you mean? You're the last people to arrive.
Anyone care to have a drink?
Don't mind if I...
No, we're in a rush.
Just one. Gotta have one. Come on.
Yeah, definitely will get copyright strike. So we'll stop that. Anyways, yeah. So she is gate kept, but since this song has done pretty well in a target market, which is like the Tamil market, like very well, there's like potential that she can do like world tours and things like that, which is kind of cool. I don't know.
It is cool.
Yeah, but still gatekeep. You're gate kept. You know.
Yeah. They want you to do all the promotion yourself before they sign you, rather than trotting you out and trying to get you some momentum.
Yeah, nobody wants to take a risk. And I feel like that's the exciting part. You know,
Yeah.
like if I was working for a label as like A&R rep, that would be the best part, is looking for this raw talent that you can
I mean, that
work
is the
with.
job of an AR, is to recognize talent, right? Whereas now, I would assume if A&Rs even still exist, they're just looking at the engagement numbers and then basing things off that, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Which is sort of dumbed down the way that everyone consumes music, really. Because if it's based off engagement, then it's beholden to an algorithm and robots and stuff. And people are doing what they can to please those algorithms and robots. So in effect, everyone's making the same thing and everyone's citing the same people, and everything just homogenizes because it's all designed to appeal to an algorithm rather than people like they used to, going to like a club or something and listening to, I don't know, a 20-year-old Eddie Vedder like fucking going wild on stage and be like, this shit sounds good. We should probably try and do something about this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, to be like to moved. You know,
Mm.
you don't get that so often.
No, which is, I think, it feeds back into what we were talking about the authenticity, about like a band like Geese or someone coming through, is because it's such a radical idea that someone's doing something that is unusual and good at the same time, that suddenly catches fire because everyone's like, well, this isn't the algorithmically chosen thing that I normally listen to, and I actually like it. So my mind is blown and my eyes are open. With arms wide open, I embrace this. You know.
With all
Thank
wide
you, Scott.
Those bands are making a comeback. You know, the bands from the early 2000s. How does that make you feel? And because of the bands that we were not like big into.
Yeah, I mean, good for them, I guess. It's the whole nostalgia tour thing, right? It's like, it's huge now, nostalgia tours, where they just group up a whole bunch of people that, you know, people
but
listen to when
it's
they were
not for
13.
us. It's like Gen Z.
Yeah.
They are.
But there's one for each generation. So there's probably one for
That's
Gen
true.
Z, and then one for the millennials. The millennials that listen to indie, or the millennials that listen to emo, or the millennials that listen to like, I don't know,
but
hip hop.
I mean, like Gen Z is heralding, like they revere bands like Korn and Creed, Stained, bands that we would have considered at the time to be derivatives because there was like better versions. Like Creed, you would be like, well, just listen to Pearl Jam, you know.
Yeah.
She's cosplaying.
I think it's because it's just nostalgia, isn't it? That's pretty much all it is. It's like
Yeah,
they
but
probably
no, but a lot
they
of
might
these
have
kids
hated
don't
it
even.
then.
Yeah, so us, but like younger Gen Z kids have not heard these bands.
Right.
It's like new to them. It's like it's like us coming across Led Zeppelin when we were younger and be like, oh shit, did you know this? Except instead of Led Zeppelin, it's Creed.
Yeah.
Or Smash Mouth.
I mean, that's probably just the dad rock of it coming into play in it. The thing that I find crazy is that the new generations don't have their own thing, really. Like, a lot of it is borrowed from older generations, like styles and cultures and music and everything. It's just sort of inherited and being made to like be a part of their identity. Whereas it feels like we at least had our own sort of thing going on back then. We had our own movement, so to speak.
Yeah.
Where I feel like it's really just borrowed like now. And maybe it's
Well,
because there's nothing interesting enough to change that. I don't know.
I think, I mean, that is interesting to consider that it's borrowed because so much of like that generation, at least for the people that I interact with, is like thrift. Everything is thrift and like repurposing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a bad thing to be able to repurpose, taking maybe the best elements of certain things and now introduce them into a way that works in a contemporary paradigm. You know, like,
Yeah. I mean,
think-
everything goes around, doesn't it?
yeah. Yeah. But it
But at the
is
same time,
kind of strange.
It's odd, right?
Yeah.
It's strange to see these kids like dress in any number of ways from the past 20 or 30 years instead of create their own sort of movement of style or whatever, you know?
Who do you think was the last, let's use artist, the last artist to create something that would define the generation?
I might say like Lil Peep. Do you remember Lil Peep?
No, I don't remember.
I think he genuinely actually created something that
Oh, Little
became
Peep.
a thing. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of Lil Xan.
Lil Peep is
Who's one of the SoundCloud rappers?
so Lil Peep was the first wave SoundCloud rapper, yeah. I actually
Yeah.
like him. I liked his music before he died. He was making good music. Then he died, and then everyone just like started taking his samples and stuff and making really shit music out of it. But what he was doing like back then was actually kind of interesting, I thought.
He kind of looks like Vic. Victus a little bit. Well, in some pictures. Yeah, then other pictures he looks like Billy Corgan. In other pictures he looks like that big jacked up dude from what's that Alien prequel?
Romulus?
Prometheus.
Oh, Prometheus. The founder or whatever is the engineers. The
yeah,
big
the guy who
guys.
doesn't with no eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that vibe going on.
That's fair. But yeah, if we're talking movements, I think that was probably the last one that stuck.
You think so? Oh,
As far as I
Jill Sam was just saying Kesha.
See, Kesha predates Lil Peep, right?
Yeah.
When she
But-
came through.
But I don't what did she define?
To cocaine. I
I honestly don't remember what she sounded like or anything. I remember she was a blonde girl, right?
I think her thing was, I don't know, being sort of free spirited, quote unquote. I'm not too sure.
What do you mean by that? Just whatever?
Yeah.
Just be whatever?
That she had like her own specific style or something.
Okay. Julie saying nostalgia fills vacuums. Yeah. Can't argue with that.
It feels like it fills all the vacuums at this point.
Is it music if it's written by AI and a person who has I think it's music, but I don't respect it and I don't want to hear it. Like I don't value. The only reason I want to hear music is because it's like human. It is an expression. That's what I want. I don't need just noise. If I want noise, I'll turn on the microwave,
Mhm.
And read a book at the same time. Like I don't want that kind of expression. Like there's artists out now who have songs that are so dynamic in a particular way, but there is some sort of like inconsistency between the two, like a conceptual malignment between the lyrics and their melodies, where it feels like a machine would write too many words to fit into a melody. If you play around with ChatGPT, you can kind of pick these things up, and like it just doesn't seem natural. So even if they've done it all themselves, if it feels too AI to me, or the expression is a little too robotic, or over explaining, I just tune it out. I just can't.
I mean, what you're explaining is actually really interesting because I do think it's the imperfections in music that create something special. Like, in the song "Creep" by Radiohead, where there's that bit in the middle where he goes "Cha-chan, cha-chan, I'm a creep," that bit, right? And that was like Johnny Greenwood doing that because he fucking hated the song. So he was trying to fuck up the song on purpose. He was like, "Ba-bap, ba-bap," like that. But those kind of expressions and those kind of, flares are the things that kind of add things to, because that's one thing that you remember from that song. You're like, oh, it's the bit where he goes, "Cha-cha, cha-cha," like that.
Yeah.
These are the things that stand out to you. And that's an entirely human sort of expression. And by the same measure, like the kind of lyrics that you would hear in like a Radiohead song, I couldn't imagine for a second an AI writing something like that because it's too abstract. There's no abstraction when it comes to AI. They can't think of ideas within ideas that relate to other ideas. It's just, I'm sad and I'm lonely. Like it's literal physical things that people like. It's taken the very surface level of things. And it's probably the same with the music creation as well, right? Like it's not going to seek out new boundaries to push. It's going to borrow the things that have formulaically worked and then just keep structuring them. So it's, it's just not interesting.
Like
ultimately.
that to me is not really engaging.
Mm.
Sometimes those songs can be fun, like, but they have to be offering something else other than the lyrics. Like, I don't know, what's the song? Like a Jack White song or like the White Stripes. They have some songs that are just like, "Hello, operator, can you get me number 9?" But the rest of the music is pulling you in a direction.
Yeah.
They're not trying to use the lyrics to be like the primary driver. They're almost like a garnish on top of
Yeah.
what they were doing anyways.
And it's like intentionally asymmetrical, the way that it's structured and the way that he sings and the way that like the riffs come in and out, the drums, everything is expression and not structure. Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, I really prefer just things that are abstract and a little bit obtuse, things that have multiple interpretations or are like free flowing, like disembodied dreams
Yeah.
that
I mean,
give you an
David Lynch.
ultimate
David
feel.
Lynch is my hero, so I'm
There you
right
go.
there with you.
Yeah.
I want to observe a dream and work it out for myself. I don't. I mean, we as a culture are just hurtling towards the answers, just being like. I mean, search engines now want to literally take the results you're looking for and just tell you what's in them in the worst way possible. They don't want you to go to these pages and work it out for yourself. They just want to be like, well, you're asking how to make a pancake, and we've noticed that people talk about motor oil and and something about Trump. So here's how to make a pancake.
Yeah, people want, well, we say search engines want to do that, but I think people want that now because the validation systems in social media have been rewarding people who have the best answers to things. And people are engaged on social media. That is where they draw a lot of their own perceived value of self. So they want the best answer. They want the most accurate answer. They want to be authorities on things. They want to be looked to.
But the best answer, according to the algorithm, is the one that gets the most attention and traction. So the best answer isn't normally actually the best answer. It's just the article that's got the most hits and views. Maybe because it's the one that exists on the most popular website or something. So then the history and like the things get rewritten by the people who have the traction within the search engines and the language models and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
So it is scary. But all that to say, I think people would rather know than learn. They just want to know, but they don't want to learn. But what they know,
want to know even if it's the wrong answer. They
even
just
if it's the wrong answer.
they want to know, yeah.
Yeah, it's like for myself, learning something, like there has to be intrigue there. I want to be able to talk about it, not just be like, oh, here's the answer. I don't want to know. Like, I want to know less about everything. I want to live in wonder. You know, like if I'm sitting out just watching people and I'm with somebody and I'll be like, what do you think all these people are doing? Just as almost like a thought experiment. And somebody who I'm with might say, they're all going somewhere. And that's not what I'm looking for. Like, I don't want to know where they're going. I want to be able to think about where they're going. You know, that space, the possibility. And if where they're going is where they actually want to be, where are we all going? You know, like I want to sink into philosophical pits of quicksand and drown in those things, because through that I get lost in perhaps a little bit of empathy and trying to put myself in their shoes. And I don't know. That's how I find creative inspiration is the spaces where I don't know the answer.
Yes, I would agree with that. Yeah. Because it makes you think and it makes you wonder and it makes you curious. If you're just told how to think and how to wonder and how to be curious, then you're not actually doing any of those things, are you? You're just once again getting the answer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, being human is not something you can be told to do. You just have to live through it,
Yeah,
and
you just do
understand
it.
it.
Box is asking, have you heard about the AI Reddit? Like, that's all AI chatting. Well, this is an example of dead internet theory, right?
Mm,
What's your take on dead internet theory?
scary. It's pretty scary. I mean, especially considering AI only gets more sophisticated. So for all we know, half the things that we're engaging with online might be
That's why
fake, you know?
I really disdain the platforms that are set up in the Twitter format. So
Mm,
things like Blue Sky, X, or whatever it's called now, Threads. Like, I don't think anybody. I think everyone should abandon those platforms because, like, probably 90% of the content you read now is fake or generated, whether or not the information is accurate. That you're setting up instances of an AI to express a particular viewpoint in volume is dangerous.
mm,
You know, like to fake. Well, I think that's why, like, the Trump administration is, like, the MAGA base is so confident with how they behave, is because I think it seems like there's a lot more support for that than there actually is. Kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, it does feel like we live in a post-consequences world, doesn't it? It's not like, it feels like some people can quite literally do anything and nothing will happen as a result.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been in tune with like the Epstein files and that kind of stuff. It just seems beyond comprehension that so many people could be implicated in so many terrible, terrible things. And we will probably not see any sort of reaction or retribution for any of it. It will probably just die on the vine because someone did something terrible tomorrow, or something's going to replace that and no one's going to give
Yeah.
a shit.
Yeah. So what's the big deal, mate? So what? We live under a Luciferian, like, sacrifice cult.
Yeah.
What are you, a pussy? You know, I just can't with society sometimes.
I mean, it is nuts, right? I mean, even in the past 5 to 6 years, the kind of things we've seen happen, we wouldn't have even imagined happening in a movie like in the 90s or early 2000s. Like, you would think back then, oh, if that happened, something would just be intervened. Someone would intervene. Someone would stop that war. Someone would stop those people doing that bad thing. Like, it would be fine. But we're in it now, and nobody stops
Yeah.
anything.
I think,
Nothing
like,
gets stopped.
I think through the Western lens, it's hard to have some hope.
Mm.
But the civilized society and etiquette, the social contract of civility, I think, has been a psyop for people, because you look at what's happening and everyone's like, oh no, what do? We must not conduct violence. We must not. Okay, there's people being abducted and sent to die.
Yeah.
But no, we have to talk to somebody about this. We must. Or somebody's dragging you away. Please don't do it. Please don't. Please don't. I don't know about anybody else, but being aware that you're being sent somewhere probably to die, like, I'm going to make that cost something. You might take me, you might even kill me, but it's going to cost somebody's life. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to die anyways, just take one. A chance, that is. I'm not suggesting that you commit violence here. I'm just saying, take a chance on yourself. Bet on yourself. You know, bet on yourself, and hopefully enough people bet on themselves, and the cost of these actions become too great a gamble for people to want to participate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you
Well,
look at
that's
places
that's
like
kind of
South
what you're
Africa,
seeing. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, you see that sort of in Minnesota at the minute, right? Like people are literally taken to the streets to fight off ICE, like to make sure that they stay out of their neighborhoods, and that's sort of what you're talking about, is taking a chance not just on yourself but on everyone else, forming a coalition to fight against something that's wrong.
I think you have to do anything. Like,
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be anything specific, but you have to do something
Mhm.
that impedes, that creates pushback, that makes it a cost. So either that's a social cost or a physical cost. I think that's just like psychology, right? If this basically bullies, you punch that bully in square in the nose, he's gonna think twice about doing that action.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of bullies, and who's this here? Bro, you've been in a turtle suit. I'm guessing you can't do anything. Sit in your cell and can't move. What do you mean, like a Ninja Turtle? Yeah. Puppet Masters want. See, here's the thing. I know that there is concern, like that there's all this chaos to try and incite like martial law, but either there's going to be martial law or not, but the end point is still the same. So either you do it quietly or you put up some resistance. Like the logical end point is the same thing,
Mhm.
you know? So anyways, we're going to say like South Africa, this shit wouldn't fly in South Africa or France, you know? Like there's been like corporations like Walmart and everything have tried to set up shop in South Africa, and the South Africans just burn down every building, or they'll kill the developers, like the people. So you look at South Africa and there's this huge like racial divide, but that's how their system works, and they prefer it that way. You know, they're good with it, but you bring in outsiders, and everybody of all communities like work together to shut that shit down. So I think part of it is, as I ramble on for 15, 25 minutes, is that we're trapped within the Western lens. And the more we funnel ourselves into these digital spaces, the more we're closing ourselves off to like the possibility of thinking outside of our current paradigm, which I think you need to do because PSYOP.
Mm. That's echo chambers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know how you stop it. That's the problem. How do you stop people finding echo chambers and just staying in them? There needs to be some sort of will on the part of the person to be open to something. But it's again, it's a convenience thing, isn't it? It's I've had this wild idea. I wonder if other people have had that same wild idea. Oh, they have. Oh, I feel validated. Oh, I don't have to think about something else. I don't have to think about a different way of approaching this. I can just go sit over there with them and talk about how good what I'm saying is and how good what they're saying is, because it's the same thing.
Yeah. And like as I say all this, I'm not calling for anybody to do anything. This is not a call to action. This is a thought exercise. I often like to think about like civil disobedience and think about like strategies on how you could like kill a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these mechanisms, because I don't think it's something that we often think about, because like there needs to be some contemporary forms of protest and civil disobedience that are effective in today's economy. And I just don't think we've really discovered those yet. You need to be really coordinated and hive mind like, basically.
And act with intent.
Yeah.
And not with performance, you know, to actually live your words and not just say them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would require so much planning and support systems. Like you'd have to establish like suppliers and new forms of trade, because as things advance and our currency becomes like more digital, that's a vulnerability. So you'd have to have mutual aid and everything set up. And I just think the practice of that, whether or not it's for a cause of resisting something, I think just rebuilding community and a sense of purpose outside of what you're offering to the machine, but to one another, I think that's extremely valuable for humanity in general. You know, to rebuild those networks. This is Death Stranding, basically.
The chiral network must be rebuilt.
Yeah.
Bridges. It's all about bridges, Sam.
It is Bridges. Sam Bridges. And not Nash Bridges.
Not Nash Bridges, no. He's a cop.
Okay, we got a little heavy. Do you have anything about Gary Busey you want to talk about before we go another 15 minutes or so and we'll call it, I guess?
I mean, I don't mind getting heavy. It's pretty rare that I actually get heavy, actually.
Yeah.
Most of the people I talk to don't really want to talk about that kind of shit. Or they have stuff to say about it that I don't really want to hear, so I just don't bother entertaining it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you definitely can't talk them down off that ledge, so there's no point.
Yeah.
But I think Gary Busey is still alive, so that's good.
Gary Busey is... I feel like Gary Busey is probably some sort of shaman caught between realities right now. I feel like if we focus on Gary Busey enough times as he's doing something maybe in what we might identify as a state of meditation, but might be him just sort of trying to calculate his lunch bill. Like, I feel like there's possibility to like find revelation, to uncover something within ourselves.
I mean, why not both, right? Why not contemplate your lunch bill and how it affects the cosmos and the greater consciousness? Like,
Yeah.
maybe he exists in two states at once.
What does this all mean?
Maybe the reason he acts the way he acts is because he has two consciousnesses.
There's
constantly
Gary and
competing
there's
with each
Busey.
other.
And they talk to each other.
We
Shut up,
think
Gary.
he's mad, but actually he's just trying to be two people at the same time.
Shut up, Gary. Shut up, Busey. Shut up.
Stop.
Box is asking, do you think we have free will? You go for it. Laozi.
I mean, fundamentally, yeah, but structurally, no. Well, we can do whatever we want, essentially. I could go out there and kill everyone, but I will then face some sort of consequence for it. Because if my will is to kill everyone and then just live free, I will not have that option, will I? Unless I was incredibly good at hiding myself. So free will is an idea and a construct at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
it's nice to believe in.
Yeah, I think we do have like organic human instinct response to things, but our world is so premeditated. I don't know what free means anymore. Like, I almost think free will has to be an active response because we're programmed like to habitually respond in ways, like I think you have to be conscious in those things to be like, no, is this what I want? Like, to stop and think about what you're consuming. Eat this. Okay. I'm supposed to eat this because he gave it to me. But if you stop and think about it and then consider, is this what I want? And then reflect upon yourself and what it means. What do you need? Why do you need this? Why do you want it? To ask yourself. I think that it's at that point that you can exercise free will.
Mhm.
but I don't think it's something that most people like are doing most of the time. Just following their heart, whatever that
But
means.
is it true free will if you're being given the options?
You don't need options are kind of an illusion. That you have to make a choice at all, I think, is a lie.
Yeah. Or that someone would come to you with two things and say, here's your options, and you not say to yourself, why are those the only two options? Surely I have many options. That
Yeah.
would be like free will, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I think our destinies are largely funneled into a certain direction.
Yeah.
But within that, along that timeline, at least within this paradigm, if we choose to live within this paradigm, like that choice to live in this paradigm, if we have that choice, or whether we're just stuck here, we have to accept that there's a end point that it's giving us, that it will promise you or claim to promise you. That's like retirement. And you work so long and then you retire. And then you do the things that retired people do. And like if you step outside of that and you just say, I don't want the retirement. In fact, I don't want a job. In fact, I don't want to live here. I'm going to go live in the woods or something. Then then you're at the whim of nature, and then you can have as much freedom as you want, until you conflict with the government sort of interests, corporate interests, whatever.
Or the laws of nature kick in and you just die.
Well, free will has to operate within the laws of nature, right? And death itself is even is something you could seek out in free will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ultimately, because you have no control over absolutely everything, there is no free will. Right? I can't control the weather. I can't control if a fucking bear is roaming the woods at that point. I can't
well, I
control
think
it.
no, I don't think free will means that you're free from consequence.
Mm.
Right? I think first of all, we have to sort of break down what it means to ourselves to be self. Right? I think there is a thread of individualism that is valuable to who am I? But I don't think we often enough ask ourselves or reflect upon that what you are contributes to a whole. Like we are just a part, we're a part of each other in ways, whether it's how we communicate back and forth, that kind of energy. Like we can walk into a room and people could be on the brink of suicide. And because of the words and the energy that we would choose to trade with one another or offer to that room, we could give them vitality, bring them back to life. And what we do to the earth, we pollute the water, which is going to affect so many different things. Like self is not us living in a vacuum. At least I don't believe. Like my consciousness is our consciousness, because I'm going to speak to you, and that's going to build a relationship with your consciousness, and it's going to affect your consciousness, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So what is self in that case?
I mean, are you saying it's like nature versus nurture or something? Like we're
not saying-
impacting each other to the point that our wills are being
I don't think it's nature.
constructed.
I think nature and nurture are the same things. Like,
Mm.
I think it's just a block that we have. Like, I don't know how we value. We just don't consider what we want like what cost it has, or like what we have to sacrifice in order to have those things. So like you want to live in nature, you might die from nature. Okay. That is a conversation I'm having in the room with nature. Like, I would like this from you. In turn, you may send a bear to kill me. Like that is the contract that you have with that. That's just part of it. You know? Does that make any sense to you?
It does, yeah. You're saying these things are consequences of free will, right? So you've chosen to be in that wood, in that nature. And whether a bear kills you or not, that is a consequence of the will that you've chosen.
I don't necessarily think it's a consequence. I just think it's like, I think that's just part of the choice. Like, I don't see being killed as a consequence, as a punishment. Like, we're part of the world, right? Like, sure, I'm an individual, but like, I shouldn't expect that these things shouldn't happen to me. I would like to avoid them, but in the same way that if I'm having a conversation with you, I might offend you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
yeah, I think when I say consequence, I don't mean it as definitively as it sounds. Like when I'm saying consequence, I don't think that's literally going to happen. I don't think if I choose the woods, I'm going to die because of a bear. I think like that's just a possibility of the free will that I've chosen, is that
right.
There is a consequence that exists where I could die. There's a consequence that exists where I could build a fucking sick ass treehouse and like live my best life as well.
Yeah, I think it's the semiotics of the word, like the symbolism of the word consequence that caught me. But I think overall, you remember that movie Into the Wild, based on the book? At the end, he dies.
Yeah.
And do you feel sad? Do you feel happy? I just think it's like a beautiful example of somebody choosing their own destiny.
Yeah.
And it maybe was not the best ending, but it seemed like he did what he wanted to do. He lived by his own drive, and he died doing that.
Yeah.
So
he chose his destiny, essentially.
He chose his destiny. So I just think ultimately that there's beauty to be found in it, even if there's tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Operating on your own will exclusively is a beautiful thing, definitely. Yeah. If you can access it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause and effect. When we're free, and we're free when we hold no one but ourselves accountable for the effects of our choices. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think so.
I mean, a lot of people don't do that. That's the thing, right? Is that accountability is lacking quite a lot. The idea that you may be the reason that there is a problem or a solution. Like, I think people often sort of try and avoid that accountability because it's hard to confront. I mean, I was talking to someone just the other day about how like they found out that their partner had been cheating on them for like an entire year. And ultimately the reason that the partner cheated was because they just didn't want to have a difficult conversation about the state of the relationship. They instead chose to do the quote unquote easier thing of just having a secret life, like, which in the abstract sounds like the harder choice, but because they didn't want to have accountability for their own feelings, they instead chose to just live separately, have like this shard of themselves that now exists parallel. And it's wild what people will do to avoid accountability and to, have what they want.
Yeah. Do you do well with holding yourself accountable?
I do now. I used to not so much. I was in my early 20s. I was the guy that would, cheat like on 2 or 3 different people and then come back and say, "Oh, why is everyone hurting me? Why are they doing this to me?" I would be that piece of shit. But then you learn, like, if you've got any sort of, conscience, you learn that actually what you've done is you're the problem. I'm the problem. I've created this issue, and I need to learn, because I can't keep doing this. It's a terrible way to be,
Yeah. I think it's liberating to, like, when you can sit down and reflect upon yourself and realize that you're just a human, and we make choices that affect people in certain ways. And we make things that we make choices that we know we will regret.
Yeah.
And there's just power in that, to accept that in yourself, but then also to be able to empathize with people, but also, like, to be able to express that I made a mistake, and it's difficult, but to be able to own it is incredibly powerful.
And difficult. Yeah, very difficult. And that's the snag that people hit, isn't it? Is that they don't want to confront the difficulty of being a person that's flawed. They would rather compartmentalize their flaw and be like, actually, I don't recognize that. I don't even notice it. So I'm actually not flawed, and this might actually be a you problem.
You know what helped me? Charles Bukowski.
Yeah.
In that, I was like, maybe I'm just a piece of shit. Like old Chucky here.
It's funny because I actually read The Post Office within about a year of those shitty things, of me being a piece of shit. And that really helped me frame, like, my personality and the things that I'd been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bukowski's great.
That's good, yeah.
I like how it's almost rudimentary how he writes. Like, it feels basic, but there is something. This is the honesty, the authenticity of it all.
It's like poetic grime, is what it is.
It almost, like, if you read it, I feel like the words almost look like he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
The way he describes the world definitely is a disgusting, beautiful mess of living. Yeah. Which is what life is, essentially. Yeah.
Julie's talking about flogging. I saw the word flogging and I had to read this. I don't know. Empowering seeing mistakes as opportunities for growth versus flogging self and swimming in regret. I would love to flog myself.
I thought for a second that was like a term, like a new term, like flogging. People are flogging now. Hashtag flogging.
Like,
like,
in Russian bathhouses, they kind of flog each other with, like, herbal branches. Gets that blood flowing.
Yeah.
It's not a sexual thing at all in that paradigm, but
unless they want it to be.
Yeah, unless they want it to be. All right. We got a jet in just a couple minutes here. Here's another comment. Woke up this morning. Seems to me like everything turns out to be a little more and more Bukowski. Like Bukowski. And yeah, I know he's a pretty good read, but God, who'd wanna be Fuss? Who's wanna be such an asshole? I think, asshole, I think. Asshole. Who wants to be an ass? Honestly, I choose to be an asshole. But that doesn't mean I go around and I don't care about people's feelings. But people seem to call me an asshole sometimes when I'm just being honest with my feelings. And I have to be
radical honesty.
Yeah. I am explicitly honest.
Yeah.
Almost all the time. But that honesty sometimes begets, like, a lot of good things for people and myself. But I just choose to be honest. Because what I have, if somebody asks me a question, I'm going to honor myself and, like, who you are as a human, that divinity, whatever you need to express, it deserves to be like honored. And luckily my honesty, like I don't think I'm a terrible person. I think I'm okay as a human. So that honesty doesn't cause much harm, but sometimes it does maybe offend people, and maybe it doesn't serve egos as much. And sometimes I say it completely knowing it's a detriment to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a similar approach. I don't frame it quite as poetically as you do. I just can't do anything else. Radical honesty is all I can do. And it's got me in some good positions and it's got me in some bad ones. But I do find that as a result of it, people tend to respect you more than they would normally. Like, even if people don't like me, I can tell they respect me just from knowing that I will tell them how it is rather than bullshit them, you know?
Yeah. So I work in media, and I have to have a lot of conversations about like costs and things with some pretty high profile people.
Mm.
And if I'm not honest with them, like if I'm trying to kiss their ass, they will not respect me.
Yeah.
And so every interaction, it'd be like billionaires and stuff coming in and be like, I don't want to pay this. And I'll have to, what do you mean authenticity and Richard? Who is Richard? What is that? Do you know what that is?
Dick? I don't
Oh,
know.
Dick. Yeah.
I don't know.
I get it now. I get it. I don't think there is any line between it, Julie. But these people I'll negotiate with, like I have to pretty much like strip away any sort of formalities and just say, this is what it is. And if you don't like it, I don't care, basically. And then there'll be conflict because these people are used to getting their way.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to see it through, and it will get heated and whatever. But by the end of it, like I have the most conflict of any of the staff with people, but by the end of it, they always respect me, and they like I get along well after that and develop relationships. So I think honesty is important. Like just show your cards, and if people aren't going to accept you for that, then maybe that's an indication that you're not meant to connect in those ways.
Yeah. It's coming all back to authenticity again, isn't it? All roads lead back to authenticity. As long as you can present an authentic version of yourself, you know,
Yeah.
then people will appreciate that, I think. Or they'll be too upset by it and they won't interact with you. So it's kind of win-win.
Yeah, everyone wins. All right, Lou. I gotta get to work. It's been good talking to you though, man.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
This will be a weekly thing, you think?
You tell me, man.
Honestly, I'm back in this set. I could do it 2 times a week if you wanted to.
I'm here as much as you want to do this, yeah.
All right. Maybe every Friday. Start every Friday.
Okay.
We'll just throw in a few things every now and then.
Yeah, I'll try and sleep and get my life in order a bit more
Yeah.
for the future.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, chat. I actually did not expect anybody to show up to sort of join in, and thank you for contributing to the conversation. Had you not, it would have been just a lot of banter about things that are probably going to get me banned, because I don't know if you know this, but Laozi and I are a real good time. We've had we've had YouTube channels that got banned and podcasts, not because we're bad guys, but because we're just honest. We're a couple of Richards.
It's too authentic.
Too authentic.
That's the problem.
So anyways, we'll catch y'all next week, and yeah, have a good weekend.